So the MCU's version of the X-Men will not include Wolverine at all, and Hugh Jackman may even continue to play the character? Okay. So we have gotten brand new reports on the X-Men movie that is meant to be happening in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And of course, I am talking about the rebooted version of the X-Men, not the one that came from the Fox universe, or any of the characters that ended up appearing in Deadpool and Wolverine. No, I am specifically talking about the X-Men that will be product of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Well, a new report has actually come out from Daniel RPK's Patreon. Now, if you aren't aware of who Daniel RPK is, essentially he is an industry insider who has given us many leaks, rumors, speculations over the past couple of years. He got a few things right when it came to Spider-Man No Way Home, and admittedly, his reputation has kind of sunk beneath the radar, so to speak, in recent months, especially when it came to stuff about Deadpool and Wolverine. So there are a few people out there who don't really believe some of the things he says anymore. However, I will say he is still one of the most respected insiders in the industry. So if you are going to take a report legitimately from someone, he is probably, you know, in your top 10, so to speak. But still, take this report with a grain of salt. But this is what he had to say about the future of the X-Men in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He said, "I hear the current treatment for the MCU X-Men reboot does not include Wolverine at all." Now, most people at first would say, okay, the reason for this is probably because they are going to do a Wolverine solo movie. They're probably going to try and introduce the character in his own sort of way before he goes on to be included within the X-Men team-ups, as you probably expect. But it turns out that is not the reason for not including Wolverine in the X-Men movies in the MCU. According to Daniel RPK, the reason is, after Deadpool and Wolverine, apparently Hugh Jackman is sticking around for now, and apparently will have a role as Wolverine post Avengers Secret Wars. So not only is Hugh Jackman going to be showing up in Avengers Secret Wars as Wolverine, but apparently he will also have another role as Wolverine after Secret Wars as well. What movie that could be, we aren't so sure. I'm assuming that's another multiverse movie of some variety. I don't expect it to be a solo Hugh Jackman Wolverine film, but it will probably be some kind of multiverse shenanigans going on after Secret Wars. What that could be, I have no idea. I've got no clue whatsoever. But if this report is to be true, then this is what is going to be happening. Now, things that do kind of back up this report from Daniel RPK is something that Kevin Feige actually said himself. Kevin Feige, on the lead up to Deadpool and Wolverine, actually made it adamantly clear about when it came to casting the new X-Men for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He specifically said that it's going to be very, very difficult to recast Wolverine in the MCU. Basically saying that no one can recreate what Hugh Jackman has done, and if anyone ever tries to do that, they are going to be making a huge mistake, because no one can live up to Hugh Jackman when it comes to playing the role of Logan. In a similar sort of way, no one can really live up to the way that RDJ played Tony Stark, and the same thing goes for Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. He basically said they're going to have to try and do something different. They're going to have to try and do a different approach to the role, and I assume this is probably one of the reasons as to why, if this report is true, they are not going to be recasting Wolverine anytime soon. Now, if this report does actually turn out to be true, do I agree with it? Do I agree that they should keep Hugh Jackman around and not recast Wolverine? No, I think this is a stupid idea. I think Deadpool and Wolverine was a very, very good send-off for not just the Wolverine character, but all the Fox characters altogether. The only character from the Fox universe that should exist in the MCU post Deadpool and Wolverine is Deadpool himself. I don't think there's any reason for any of the other Fox characters to really make an appearance or be relevant in the MCU in any sort of way post Deadpool and Wolverine. That movie was the perfect send-off to the Fox universe, and I think Wolverine should be a part of that send-off as well. I can excuse him showing up in Secret Wars because Secret Wars is sort of a culmination of Marvel in general. Like, it's not just the MCU, it's the Fox universe, it's the Fantastic Four universe within the Fox universe, it's Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, it's the MCU itself. It'll probably be a bunch of other things as well. So I can excuse Secret Wars, Hugh Jackman showing up there along with the likes of Tobey, Andrew, and a bunch of other characters. But when it comes to post-Secret Wars, I don't really see the point. It kind of just negates the whole point of Deadpool and Wolverine. It negates the whole purpose of that story. If it was not a send-off to the Fox characters, then what was it? And Hugh Jackman was at the forefront of that Fox universe. Surely he should be the character that sort of lays down the torch and walks away from the role happy about what he achieved. But no, apparently he's going to be sticking around. I really hope this report isn't true. Once again, take it with a pinch of salt, but I really just don't see the point. Either way, Daniel RPK actually goes on to suggest what the new X-Men movie in the MCU might actually look like, and he goes on to say the rest of the team is similar to the X-Men 97 cartoon, plus some, but no Wolverine because Hugh Jackman is sticking around for now, likely even post-Secret Wars, as we just mentioned. The rest of the X-Men team looking very similar to what X-Men 97 is, makes a lot of sense, you know, brand synergy. Everyone loves X-Men 97. Apart from the Fox X-Men films, X-Men 97 is the most popular and the most mainstream X-Men piece of media, well, ever. So I guess, you know, it makes sense, brand synergy and all. So I can actually see this happening. But in terms of the Wolverine thing, yeah, I just don't agree with it. Let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think about this report? 1, do you think it's true? And 2, if you do think it's true, do you agree with it? I want to hear all your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe for more comic book videos. On the screen right now, you can see some more videos if you enjoyed this one. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care and peace.